Hello, good evening, and welcome to this weather update as we continue to deal with the effects of the storm. Right now, we're dealing with high winds. Before I get started with this weather update, I'm going to show you what the winds were like. I have two videos, one that'll be separate, and then I'll show you this little clip here. You can hear the wind and what it sounds like in Mineola. Yeah, you can hear everything just moving around, and the trees and the roaring of the wind this afternoon was just incredible. But anyway, this is the wind right now. We have sustained winds 19 to 20 miles an hour, but if we look at the gusts, it's worse than that. We have gusts of 40, 45 miles an hour, and there were a couple thousand power outages on Long Island just from the wind today after the storms. And As far as Long Island, we actually got off fairly easy compared to New Jersey. They had a lot worse. Like I said, they had 20,000 people in the dark in Ocean County, and a lot of them is still out. And then this also happened. A tree fell onto the tracks on the North Jersey coastline in Middletown, and this actually has disrupted service all day on that line. This big tree here just fell onto the wires and damaged the wires, so they have to fix that, and that takes time. You could see there. This is the only picture I have of damage from New Jersey, but it is, this is a huge, really a big wind event. So we're going to take a look at these local storm reports from our area right now, and take a look and see what we have. So there was thunderstorm wind damage, and I'm just going to go over the New York City and Long Island area. Thunderstorm wind damage in Staten Island. A downed and damaged trees reported in parks across the borough. So a lot of damage to the trees in parks, downed and damaged trees reported in parks in Brooklyn. Marine thunderstorm wind gust at 43 at Breezy Point. Thunderstorm wind damage in Queens, in the parks. Marine thunderstorm gust of 49 miles an hour, a 46 mile an hour gust at Point Lookout, a 42 mile an hour gust at Robert Moses. Some of these gusts aren't that strong. I think some of them were actually came in a little later. With these are just from the storms. When the thunderstorms move through, they produce these wind gusts. But we're still ongoing with the wind due to the pressure gradient from the storm between the storm and the high pressure building in behind it. What I would like to see is some storm reports from New Jersey, but I can't seem to find those. But what I can tell you was that there was a tornado in Delaware, in Laurel. So it started in Laurel in Sussex County, Delaware, and ended in Seaford in Sussex County, Delaware. This was April 15th, 2019, today, at 3:38 a.m., and they've upgraded this now to an EF2 tornado. So not a weak tornado. It's not like an EF0 or EF1. This is an EF2. Wind speed was 120 mile an hour, and the path width was 50 yards, and the path length, it stayed on the ground for 6.2 miles. So the tornado traveled from Woodland Ferry Road northeast to Pepper Road. One barn was destroyed. A tree fell on a house, resulting in one injury. In addition, there was roof damage to several other homes and barns. Many trees were uprooted along the tornado path, and a few were snapped. The National Weather Service would like to extend our thanks to the Sussex County Emergency Management for their assistance in this survey. So, and an EF2 is considered a strong tornado. So, this is tornadoes and an EF2. That could have been us. That's like I said, there were tornado-producing storms out there. Let's see what we can get as far as local storm reports go. Looks like they just have them on the Tornado. We'll see if we can find maybe a list of them. All right, here is a summary. Fine, this is what I wanted to see. So non-thunderstorm wind gust at Atlantic City Airport at 59 miles an hour. Thunderstorm wind damage in Mercer County in New Jersey. Tree fell onto a house. And wind roof was blown off a shed. Trees are down in Mercer County, New Jersey. Thunderstorm wind damage in Mercer. So trees down. These are just corrections here. Let's. All right, we already went over the tornado. Hunterdon County. Trees blow down in Clinton Township. Thunderstorm wind damage in Philadelphia. And I want to show you, if I can, what it looked like in Philadelphia when this line moved through. I might be able to do that. There might be an archive. So, tree causing power outage along the Delaware border. I'm looking for damage from Ocean County. Monmouth County, flood in Manasquan, flooding on New Jersey 71. One lane closed. Thunderstorm wind damage in Monmouth County, New Jersey. In Keansburg, tree down on New Jersey 36. In Lakehurst, thunderstorm. All right, this is what caused the big power outage. This was a sub-transmission line that came down, down wires on New Jersey 70, both directions east of New Jersey 37. All lanes closed and detoured, and 10 to 15 minute delay. Use caution. Thunderstorm wind damage in Strathmore, Daintree on New Jersey 34 southbound. Flood in Bridgewater, flooding on US 22. A marine thunderstorm wind gust of 58 mile an hour at Monmouth, New Jersey, and then a peak wind gust of 70 mile an hour. So I think this is 70 mile an hour. So that's quite bad. A thunderstorm wind damage in Middletown Township. This is the downed trees that affected the New Jersey Transit. A row of power poles was snapped along Route 34 in Old Bridge. More thunderstorm damage in Middlesex. Numerous trees uprooted in Cranberry Township. 69 mile an hour wind gust in Sussex, Delaware. And it broke the anemometer. Damage in Middlesex County. Multiple large trees down in Gloucester County. Tree fell, half of a tree, roughly 1 to 2 feet in diameter, fell in a car and a fence in a residential area in Camden. Roof blown off an apartment complex at 5 8th Street and Ferry Avenue in Camden, New Jersey. So you have structural damage from this line. It was, and that's just not even talking about the lightning. This was a really potent line of thunderstorms that moved through last night, and we're going to actually show it to you on the Ventus sky right here and go over this for you, because actually I shouldn't say last night, I should say this morning. So we're going to move this back to this morning around 4 o'clock when it was moving through. So here's what it looked like on Ventus sky, and you can see here are the thunderstorms as they move through New Jersey, and they move through, and the line really held together for most of New Jersey, and it weakened a little bit over New York City as expected, and the cells that were over the Jersey shore started training up over the South Shore of Nassau County and impacting Suffolk County, and that line held together for most of the central part of Suffolk before finally starting to weaken as it got toward Riverhead. But there was a lot of lightning with these storms, and it was really impressive to see such an event for April. We're only talking about April here. It's not like we're in the middle of the heart of the summer here. It's not even supposed to be the summer. As far as the Long Island Railroad goes, things could have been worse, but there were some problems on the main line. Now, Matt was able to do an update eventually later this morning, but there was weather-related signal trouble in Smithtown, Stony Brook, and Pine Lawn, but they were able to fix these signal troubles that happened. Yes, Babylon had signal trouble too, and this is all due to power fluctuations. It kind of causes, sort of like a computer having to reboot. It's a similar type of thing, and that's what causes the signal trouble. So it's all due to lightning strikes and wind and all that other stuff. So there was severe weather did cause problems, but I think that the railroad actually was able to fix these things fairly well, despite what we went through. All right, I want to show you what it's looking like last night around when this line moved through Philadelphia. This is from the Earth Cam, and just want to show you what it looked like. You could see the wind picking up and the camera starting to shake and the lightning flashing, and you could see this is a really good example of just how bad it was in Philadelphia, because you're going to be able to, you see all the lights there, all that's going to disappear behind the heavy rain once it moves through, and you're going to see that very shortly. You can see the camera starting to shake from the wind. You see that? There's a lot of wind blowing right there. And then you're going to see the rain moving. It's almost like a movie. Look at what happens. Lightning flashing. It's almost like a movie. Once it starts, you'll see it in a minute. I'll let you listen to the sound of it. So there you go. You get to see how quickly that moved through, and now it's already starting to improve. But it was a quick hitter, but you could see just how bad it got, and how this caused damage and the lightning and everything. And this is in Philadelphia last night around 3:30. 3:30 in the morning, actually, this morning. Quite a storm. Show you the taking a look at some of these unusual looking clouds that we had this afternoon too, or this evening. Really kind of cool looking clouds, and even some virga. Definitely not something you normally see in April. It's more like a fall looking kind of sky, but you know, it was pretty interesting to see nonetheless. So the other thing is the rainfall, and there aren't any real rainfall reports in here, so we'll just have to look at the airports and show you how much rain fell. It wasn't a tremendous amount of rain, but again, look at these conditions. Northwest at 23, gusting to 38, overcast and breezy, and it's 48, so it's quite chilly out there now. So Farmingdale looks like they got 0.75 inches of rain. That's what Farmingdale got. Now, as we head out east, the numbers aren't as much. We'll look at Islip. Let's see. So again, you got these strong winds here. We'll look at Islip. They got a 0.69 plus, so about 0.75 as well of rain. But it does get less as you head out east because the line weakens, so not as much rainfall out there. Let's see how much rain they got. 0.47, 0.9, right? 0.56, 0.57 inches of rain. So not quite as much out there. Still a decent amount, though. But I think they're going to be higher numbers as we work our way west, especially as we go into New Jersey. So let's see what JFK got. Well, let's look Wadia. I want to see what JFK got. Let's see. Because that was a little more on the South Shore, and I think they may have gotten more rain. So let's see. And now it's saying Farmingdale. No, it's not giving us JFK again. For some reason, it does not like giving people JFK observations. I noticed that. I don't know why. There we go. So JFK, west wind 28, gusting to 40. Um, and let's see how much rain they got. So 0.37, yeah, roughly a half an inch. Yeah, you got to remember the city kind of missed out on the heaviest stuff. So let's go into New Jersey because I think they got a little more. Um, and let's go and take a look at Ocean County, Toms River. I think they got a little more rain. 50 northwest wind at 24, gusting to 35. Let's see what they got. Let's see, 0.86, 0.88. So almost 0.90 inches of rain. So just a little bit off having an inch of rain. So they got a little more rain in Toms River. And let's see what they got for it in Monmouth County. Maybe even higher there. Look at these winds are still going crazy. Oh yeah, Monmouth really got a lot. So Monmouth, Belmar, Farmingdale, 0.28. See, they almost got around almost 1.1.5 inches of rain there in Belmar, Farmingdale. So that's yeah. So it's a lot more rain. That heavy cell really went along the Jersey Shore, but it went a little more as it moved toward Toms River. It really started picking up steam a little bit. It got almost like a second wind. And that's why you got all that rain. So it was a lot of rain, and I really would like to see some rainfall reports from Long Island. Unfortunately, I don't see one that was put out. I can try to look again, and let's see if we can find it, because I really would like to see that if it's available. We'll try one more time. It's usually under public information statement. Nope, they don't have it. All right, let's shift gears and look at the forecast now. Look at the models and see what's going on. So here's that storm moving away. We got this high pressure system that's going to be moving in across our area, bringing us a nice day for tomorrow. And then we have this little piece of energy that's going to move through tomorrow night. It might bring some clouds and maybe a little light shower, and then that moves away, and then we may have a nicer weather again toward Wednesday afternoon. And then here comes the next system with a huge we could be in for a similar setup again for Friday night to Saturday with this ridge and this low tracking is the Great Lakes, bringing up a big tropical flow once again. And then behind it, we get nice weather again. We just have a lot of these huge storms tracking out. And then we got to watch this coastal here that could form here. Well, that's almost into May. That's so far off, we can't even, the models get very inaccurate as we go that far out. Let's go and look at the temperatures across our region. How we're gonna be dealing with temperatures this week. Temperatures have dropped quite a bit since this front has passed, and will continue to do so tonight. So we're gonna take a look at those temperatures. So we're gonna be probably in the 30s by morning, but we will recover tomorrow. It will warm up with plenty of sunshine up to near 60 degrees. So it will be fairly close to average tomorrow. And then for Wednesday, it gets a little warmer, even a little warmer inland in New Jersey. Could be some upper 60s to around 70, maybe in the city. For Long Island, more of a sea breeze sets up, so it will be cooler. Probably 55 to 60 for most of Long Island on Wednesday. And then Thursday, we have a cool air mass that's kind of like a backdoor front type of situation. So highs will only be at 50, but you see the warm air waiting in the wings, and that's probably going to start coming up in our direction on Friday as we see temperatures shoot up ahead of that next front. And I have a feeling that it's going to be humid too. So that's going to be another concern. You can see it going into Saturday. So I guess that'll be the next thing we'll look at is the dew points, and we'll see what's going to be happening with the dew points. Yep, this looks like another tropical air mass that's coming straight up and could put us into a similar weather situation again. Another repeat of what we just had possible on Friday into Saturday. So that bears watching. All right, next thing we'll do, look at the clouds, and we'll show you we will have some clear weather. That's the good news. So let's take a look at those clouds. So clouds will depart, and we should have a nice clear day tomorrow. Right over Long Island, see no clouds at all on the GFS. But then we have this little area of high clouds and some light showers that'll come in. But then that pushes south, and then I think by the afternoon, late morning afternoon, we should have clear skies again on Long Island which will be good. But then Thursday, plenty of clouds. Friday, obviously, plenty of clouds into the weekend. So I'm not even going to go beyond that. What we can do is look at precipitation and our next precipitation event, which, again, we have a chance of some light precipitation for tomorrow night. So, again, it's this really light little impulse that moves away. And then for Thursday, cloudy skies, probably with a marine flow, but no precipitation. And then here we go again. Friday night, Saturday, look at this, some more heavy weather possible. And if we do look at the NAM model, which doesn't go out this far, I don't think it's not going to take us out that far, but it will show us Tuesday night's event. There probably won't be rain, or it might just be a sprinkle or two, and then that shifts off to the south. So again, every model probably has different opinion of the cloud situation. Yeah, the NAM doesn't have the clouds retreating quite as far on Wednesday, but so tomorrow is really going to be your clear day. For what Tuesday is the pick of the week. If I want to say pick of the week, that's what it will be, because we'll have mostly clear skies, and it should be seasonable as far as temperatures go. But yeah, this isn't going to go out as far. But that next system we'll have to keep watch on. But anyway, I think that's going to wrap up this weather update. So get out, enjoy the nice weather tomorrow. And maybe you could take a look at the cherry blossoms. I think all this wind has probably caused a lot of them to lose their color. Hopefully not. But anyway, that will wrap up this weather update. Thank you for watching, and have a good night.